This is Live at 10 Saturday.
Now at 10, an earthquake shaking up parts of the Midwest this morning. People here in Wisconsin say they felt it. Good evening, I'm Lacey. Thanks for joining us. The 4.2 magnitude quake was centered in Michigan. Bridget Shanahan reports. Thank you, Bridget. Well, it was a perfect day to head outdoors. People in Milwaukee took advantage of the weather by doing some spring cleaning. A group helped clean up the neighborhood near 29th and Clybourne. Michael Fish is here with how long can we expect days like this to stick around, Michael?
Oh, Lacey, it's going to be a roller coaster over the next couple of days. Showers and thunderstorms developing, so don't be surprised if you hear some of those rumbles of thunder while you're trying to sleep, but we need some of that rain.
So I took advantage of the nice weather. I planted some flowers this morning.
Okay.
Tell me, are they going to be okay for the next week?
Your flowers are going to be okay. Finally, for once, Lacey, we're going to keep things above freezing. Should have a relatively mild week.
Sounds good. Thank you so much. Packers Extra now. It's the final day of the NFL draft. The Packers looking to fill some key spots with their picks today. Rob Burks is here with who is joining the green and gold. And Packers fans packed Evolution in Milwaukee's 3rd Ward for Draft Watch Party. A fun time as people get ready for football season. Some even had the opportunity to announce Packers draft picks live on the NFL Network.
Up there with surrounding a bunch of awesome guys, a bunch of former Packers. Nerves kind of went out the door.
I like the draft picks today a lot, but you know what? You never know until you actually see them on the field.
And some former Packers also showed up to the party, including Leroy Butler, Antonio Freeman, and Derek Mays. New at 10, Milwaukee police are investigating a deadly motorcycle crash. This happened near 13th and Dakota around 7:30. Police are still looking into what caused the crash, but say alcohol does not appear to be a factor. And May is National Motorcycle Safety Awareness Month. As the weather gets nicer, more motorcyclists will be on the road. Shannon Sims explains. And the Wisconsin Motorcycle Safety Program offers rider classes. You can visit zeroinwisconsin.gov for more information. Well, South Milwaukee police are trying to locate 2 missing teens. 14-year-old Ashley Garcia and her brother 15-year-old Isaac Garcia. The 2 are believed to be seen in Milwaukee and West Allis or Watoma. Detectives are concerned for the teens' safety and welfare. If you have any information, you're asked to call the South Milwaukee Police. A man charged for a deadly police chase appeared before a judge today. Milwaukee police say Deontay Knowles was one of several men who plotted a complicated robbery. Officers arrested him after he crashed a stolen car during a chase. The crash killed an innocent driver, Edward Adams. Knowles is due back in court later this month. And human remains found in Jefferson County. The sheriff's office reports someone discovered them in the town of Sullivan. Investigators are releasing no other information right now. An autopsy in Milwaukee is scheduled for Monday. And new rules for ride-sharing companies like Uber and Lyft. Governor Walker has signed a bill that creates statewide regulations. Companies now have to purchase a $5,000 state license, conduct driver background checks, and maintain liability insurance. Drivers cannot discriminate against passengers based on race, religion, sex, or disability. And coming up on Live at 10, a big day across the pond, but we are still waiting to learn about Britain's new royal baby. Plus, a Wisconsin man survived the deadly earthquake that hit Nepal. How much longer it could take before he can return home? And next, thousands of people taken to the streets of Baltimore again. The latest on the unrest there.
Right now, from today's TMJ4.
This is Live at 10.
Right now at 10, a 9-time drunk driver arrested again. So how was he able to get back behind the wheel? Jones Decora was arrested for the 10th time after hitting a car in the village of Sturtevant. His blood alcohol content was more than 4 times the legal limit. Steve Shamraz is live in Sturtevant to explain why Decora was not behind bars. And family and friends came together tonight to honor a Milwaukee woman shot and killed outside a car wash.
She want to hear your voice. Danny!
More than 200 people showed up tonight to remember 32-year-old Tamara Battle. She died Tuesday afternoon at 31st and Cameron. We're told she was trying to break up a fight. Police are still looking for suspects. A Racine mom is charged with child abuse, accused of beating her daughter with a belt. Fallon Sims told investigators her 10-year-old is a liar and a bully. The girl got in trouble, so Sims gave her a, quote, whooping of love with her belt. The girl had red marks, scratches, and cuts. Sims also cut the girl's hair. The girl's teachers reported the injuries to police. Caught on camera, new video shows a Waukesha County mom moments before she allegedly climbed into the ceiling to steal prescription drugs. You can see her carrying a stepladder into a Kmart. Police say Stephanie Butler took 18 bottles of prescription drugs from the pharmacy, which was closed. And a former Kenosha police officer is charged with planting evidence while serving a search warrant. Kyle Bars told investigators he planted a gun and ID while searching a home back in April. Police were looking for clues in a homicide case. Bars worked for the department for 3 years. He resigned in January. And Boston Marathon bombing suspect Dzhokhar Tsarnaev has been sentenced to death by lethal injection. He showed no response to today's verdict. Jurors deliberated for 14 hours before reaching their decision. The attack left 3 dead and hundreds injured. Survivor Karen Broussard agrees with the sentence.
Grateful that they came to that conclusion, because for me, I think it was the just conclusion. But there's nothing happy about any single bit of this situation.
And the case is not over. There's a mandatory appeal, so the case could drag on for 10 more years. And Decision 2016, Senator Ron Johnson is making his first comments about the rematch with Russ Feingold. Johnson says he's surprised Feingold got into the race so early.
From my standpoint, he's a career politician. He's addicted to being a career politician, so I guess he just couldn't constrain himself from hopping in this race pretty early.
And Johnson defeated Feingold by 5 points in 2010. And it's going to be a busy weekend ahead for Governor Scott Walker. He just returned from a 5-day trip to Israel. Tomorrow, he'll attend the state Republican Party convention, and then he'll head to Iowa for another Republican event. And new at 10, it's graduation weekend for many area colleges. And for one local woman, the diploma could be a life changer. Shannon Sims is live outside MATC. Shannon. And it's been a cool spring so far, but temps will soon soar. Michael Fish is here to explain when we'll feel the heat. Michael.
Lacey, it's funny you mentioned that because already the heat's starting to move into some of our area, but not everyone getting in on the action. Now it's away from Lake Michigan. We're already seeing temperatures in the middle 60s, and it's about 10 o'clock at night. 66 right now in Whitewater, but notice as you get closer to the lake, it is a little bit cooler. 49 Milwaukee, same with Sheboygan. That's that southeast wind. But it's that warm front that's warming us up, but it's also bringing us a couple scattered showers. This will continue as we head through the night and possibly into part of the day tomorrow. But look at those temperatures. 70 degrees by the lake, 80 inland. So, Lacey, I guess finally we're feeling some of that heat, which we deserve.
And I appreciate that. Is it just me, or has it felt cooler this spring?
All right. It's that Lake Michigan. Lake Michigan is very cold at this time of year, so of course it's been keeping us colder, but oddly enough, we've been around average.
That's surprising.
I know, it is surprising.
Thanks, Fish.
Yep.
Appreciate it. And still ahead on Live at 10, we meet the man who has changed countless lives, teaching from the Little League baseball mound. Plus, a lasting impact on Wisconsin, blues legend B.B. King's very personal connection to the state.
Right now, from today's TMJ4.
This is Live at 6, Saturday.
Now at 6, beautiful spring weather as temperatures rose into the 70s today. Many people out enjoying the sunshine and warm weather. Many people were out enjoying the weather today, catching some fish. Families could be found at lakes, rivers, and streams all across our area. Yona Gavino headed to Burlington, where she found a few, making it a family affair. And Governor Scott Walker kicked off the inland sport fishing season today in Hayward. Sports fishing generates $2.3 billion in economic benefits and supports 22,000 jobs in Wisconsin. Also, fishing license sales are up 25%. Well, many people spent the day cleaning up their neighborhood. Folks this morning brought out garbage bags and picked up trash near 29th and Clybourne. Kids and adults participated. They asked neighbors to take pride in their neighborhood and put their trash in the dumpster. Wisconsin will consider adding 5 new positions in the Department of Justice to investigate officer-involved deaths. A 2014 law requires the DOJ to handle such incidents. They handled 12 officer-involved death investigations in the past year. That's a 71% increase since the previous year. And more news now. Thousands gathered at City Hall after marching through the streets of Baltimore. Demonstrators continued their calls for justice and peace. It follows yesterday's surprise announcement by the state's attorney. Dan Scheneman has the latest. And President Obama said while justice needs to be served, the officers facing charges are entitled to due process. A Texas Police Department launched an initiative to mend the relationship between police and the community. It's called No Colors, No Labels. Marshall's police chief says they will take part in achieving the goal of stopping hate and promoting diversity. He says that will create a safer environment for everyone. And coming up at 10, what we're still waiting to learn about Britain's newest royal baby. And more news now. A special tribute in Fond du Lac to officers who have been killed in the line of duty. The ceremony honored 3 Fond du Lac police officers and State Trooper Trevor Casper, who was killed in a shootout with a bank robbery suspect in March.
That will be your son's lasting legacy in the city of Fond du Lac, a true hero.
Several ceremonies were held this week to honor fallen officers. The King of Blues has passed away at the age of 89. B.B. King has died at his Las Vegas home last night. King's cousin Terrence Williams lives in our area. He showed us some old pictures and concert photos.
He never got tired. He never did a bad show. He never did drugs and drinking. You know, he was one of those kind of people. He was a real guy.
King played 100 shows a year well into his 80s, including several appearances at Summerfest. Well, we've witnessed a lot of violence in Milwaukee this year, and people are wondering what can be done to prevent it. An 86-year-old Milwaukee man has changed thousands of lives and is making a difference. Jermont Terry is here with a story that's new at 10. Jermont.